WrestleMania is one of the biggest spectacles of the year, with the best WWE superstars going head-to-head in front of 100,000 plus fans. However, we need to take a stop at the Royal Rumble first before looking into WrestleMania. With 30 men and women stepping into the ring, only one can stand tall and go on to challenge for a championship at WrestleMania. But who? I'm Tim Rogers, and today I have the honor to bring back Sports Court on Penn State Sports Night. My two combatants here, Adrianna Gallucci and Joey David, will debate who should walk out of Florida as the men's and women's Royal Rumble winners, and as well as if Roman Reigns should survive that fatal four-way. So, Joey, I'll start with you. Make your case for this men's Royal Rumble winner.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I didn't even catch your name. What is it? Is it Tim, Tom, Ted? What is it?
It's Ted.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
That's just me.
And you want to know why it doesn't matter what your name is? Because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson says that, and he is going to win the Royal Rumble. He needs to. The money match for WrestleMania 40 is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson versus our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. He will lead off this show. He will come in at number 30 because he has not been in the ring for a while. So they will have The Rock in this match as a little bit of a tune-up match because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, not the best guy in ring, and he's older, but he feeds off the crowd. You can't have him in the Performance Center just doing mumbo-jumbo work with pads and mats. He needs the crowd. So you put him in a match which is easy for legends like him to be in, and he will come in, he will win, he won't have to do much, he can point at the sign, and then he will do some fun stuff later that I will talk about.
Wow, that's real funny that you said that, Joey, because a lot of people are just haters and want Roman's reign to end, and maybe myself included, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So I'll ask you, what do you want to talk about? Not Cody Rhodes. Let's take a back seat. CM Punk. And I brought backup in case they cut my microphone off. CM Punk made one of the best returns at Survivor Series. He had the crowd going, he had social media going, and I mean, we saw the reactions, right? We saw Seth Rollins. That guy clearly was not happy about it, and they've been setting up this Seth Rollins-CM Punk feud for the World Heavyweight title, and it's something that is going to be awesome. Now, it was just announced earlier today that Rollins has a torn MCL, and the doctors don't want him to compete, but he said, I don't give a darn what the doctors say anyway. So we're not exactly sure what's going on with Seth Rollins, but WWE has to feed the fans. It's fan service. They have to give Punk and Rollins because that's what the fans want. This has been a story that's been brewing for a long time, since Rollins' days in NXT and the days of The Shield. Wow, remember that? All the way back then. So Punk is my pick for the Men's Royal Rumble. But switching over real quick to the women, I think Bayley has to win this. And I think that's a lot of people's opinions, right? Bayley, she's the big name to win this, going to come in and challenge Rhea Ripley? Not exactly. She has to go for Io Sky. It's the unpopular opinion to go for Io Sky, and Bayley even said that she was going to go for Rhea, but I don't think that's really going to happen. We know that Damage Control has these faults in its faction. We know that Bayley might not be the real leader. It might just be Dakota Kai. And I think Bayley is jealous of the fact that Io has that women's title around her waist, and I think that she's going to try to take it off of Io. Anyways, it's the smart thing to do because nobody's taking the title off of Rhea for a little bit.
I agree. It is the smart thing to do, but you did it wrong. And this is why you did it wrong. That story doesn't need a Royal Rumble win. It really doesn't. They can have Bayley and who I think is going to win the Royal Rumble, Becky Lynch. They can be the final two in the match. Becky Lynch's whole story is she doesn't think she can do it anymore. She's not good enough. So what happens? You win one of the most prestigious matches. How do you win? Dakota Kai takes Bayley out, eliminates her from the Royal Rumble, and that's how Becky Lynch wins. She doesn't even feel like she deserves it, but she gets to go to WrestleMania, and then she has to try and prove herself with Rhea Ripley. That's why I think Becky Lynch wins it. Becky and Rhea is the money match. Rhea runs this division. Io Sky does not run this division. She's just not there yet. It's too new, and she hasn't done enough. That's why it's got to be Becky. It's got to be Rhea, two of the biggest names, and they're going to tear the house down in WrestleMania. But if you want to go to the Fatal 4-Way, what I said earlier, the first Royal Rumble match, The Rock is obviously winning, as I said, because you got to keep storyline. He's winning. So what's going to happen is, that's match one. The main event is the Fatal 4-Way. So the Bloodline comes in. They have their usual Bloodline match where Roman Reigns, he'll have help of his cousins. LA Knight and AJ Styles, they're going to duke it out because they're set up for another feud later. So it's really between Roman and Randy. And they're going to take Randy out. Roman Reigns is going to retain this title. And then Nick Aldis will come out because he is the one man that is willing to stand up to the bloodline. He's going to bring something up. Not sure what it is yet. We'll have to find out. Nick Aldis is going to hold the bloodline accountable. And then you'll hear, if you smell. And you know what The Rock's cooking up? A point at Roman Reigns. A point at the WrestleMania sign. And the bloodline story ends in Philly.
All right, sure, let's talk about Roman Reigns. I'll throw up the ones, right? I'll acknowledge him. But the voices are saying Randy Orton is going to win that match. The Bloodline put him out for 18 months. And sure, Roman said that was a paid vacation or whatever, but it definitely wasn't. That man put in work in the gym, he came back jacked, and he is looking for his revenge against Roman Reigns. And now, you can't discount the other two guys in that match, right? The megastar LA Knight and the phenomenal AJ Styles. I'm sure they, alongside Randy and Roman, are going to put on a show, but if you look at all of those guys, it's really Randy that has the most to lose against Roman. People want to see the title off of Roman. They feel like he doesn't show up to work, he doesn't put the work in, and he doesn't deserve those two belts hanging on his shoulders. I think if Randy Orton were to become the new undisputed champion, people will be very happy with that.
Well, look, both of you have made some very good points, but Johnny, you were very mean to the judge.
Are you kidding me, Ted?
Oh, sorry, Joey, right?
Thank you.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But whoever it is, Adrianna is the winner for that. But let's be real here. Yes, you watching at home, you guys are the real audience, and that's why I want you guys in the comments below to pick who you thought won this battle and who had the better takes for this pay-per-view event. So for Adrianna and I guess Joey David, I'm Tim Rogers, and have a great night.
Can't believe you, Ted.
Yeet.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
For more content like this, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us a like, and follow our socials down below.
And as always, we are
Penn State Sports Night.